All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're joining from. Welcome to day 7 of Nexo Girls Upskill 2.0 program. We've made it this far. I have mixed emotions. We're coming to the end. After today, it's just one day and then we are done for the year. So before we get into it, we're just quickly going to watch a testimonials video from the beneficiaries of our Upskill 1.0 program in 2021.
Every journey they say begins with a single step, but I say that it is the unique footprint we leave that truly defines us. I am Eunice Adeosi, and my journey began as a response to the challenges I witnessed growing up. Raised in a small family that struggled financially after losing my father at age 9, I faced harsh realities. However, instead of giving up, I saw this as an opportunity to empower myself and other females in similar situations. My gap year was when I discovered my passion for tech, advocacy, leadership, and volunteering, driven by a strong desire to alleviate poverty and challenge gender stereotypes that I noticed in my rural community at the time in Lagos State, Nigeria. I founded Female Youth Global Empowerment, an NGO that equips young women with globally demanded skills to narrow gender gap in tech by promoting digital literacy and fostering the inclusion of women in STEM fields. So far, we have reached over 2,500 youth. I organized the Global 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence campaign at ALU. The campaign brought together diverse advocates from 15 African countries, India, Haiti, and Japan, and we reached a total of 34,796 people with our message.
Hello everyone, my name is Blessing and I've been volunteering with the Female Youth Global Empowerment for the past 3 years. And being part of FYGE has been incredibly amazing, I must say. I've had the opportunity to network with people, make new friends, likes of Salma, Kimiradin, Pixel, Sophia, so many others. And I've also had the opportunity to work in different teams as a team member and also a team leader. And yeah, it's really been an amazing moment with FYG. And one of my favorite moments was in 2021, December, where we had the 1-week intensive digital training class from Upskill 1.0. And I was part of the participants. I had the opportunity to learn different things about the importance of LinkedIn optimization, brand marketing, brand awareness, content creation, the importance of volunteering. And it was really an eye-opener for me. And I feel it's moments like this that reminds me of the impact we are making here at FYG. So yeah, I'm really proud to be part of an organization that is making a real difference in the lives of young girls. And I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Hi, I'm Moderator and I was a beneficiary of FYG's Upskill program in 2021. I learned about 8 digital skills in 8 days and got certified. FYG helped me discover my passion for technology and web development. Also helped my passion for content writing to be more intense. One of the skills we taught was web development. One who is interested in web development, I found this lesson very engaging and very valuable. And that's why after the Upskill program, I decided to further pursue web development by enrolling in a training where I learned how to use HTML and CSS to create a 3-page website on my phone. In essence, the Upskill program opened my eyes to see hidden gems in web development. Another skill was freelancing, which was taught by Lena Robert, where I learned how to use my skills to make more money. So I am someone who is passionate about content writing and SEO. The freelancing class opened my eyes to certain platforms where I can actually earn money and I will not be restricted by monthly pay. I never thought that I was actually going to learn so much in just 8 days and get certified, but FYG made this possible and I'm super grateful for the opportunity. Thank you, FYG.
These are just few of the many success stories FYG has helped to create through education, digital literacy, and empowerment. And we are shaping the next future female leaders.
We cannot wait for the government to cause a change, which is why I believe in grassroots initiatives to provoke the change that we want to see.
Now, missions here by young girls have created more inclusive and equitable society. This is our link to learn more about how the can get involved.
Thank you, and I can't wait for the exciting experiences ahead.
We can make a difference.
All right, together we can make a difference. So these are just a few of the many testimonials from our Upskill program in 2021. So make sure that you're paying attention and you actually grasp something from these sessions so that you can also be able to give such amazing testimonials from what you've learned from Upskill 2.0. All right, so first of all, we're just going to go through the agenda. First, we have welcome address and housekeeping, then quickly go through what NexoGirls is, introduction to Upskill, then speaker session, interactive Q&A session, then we go into closing remarks and we'll take pictures. All right, so yes, first of all, welcome to day 7 of Upskill 2.0. My name is Theodora Omunizua. I am the events coordinator at nexogirls. If you've been following us, if you've been with us, I was also here with you on day 2. So it's nice to see you all again. If you're excited for day 7, put some emojis in the chat, react. Let's see your excitements. Let us know, what are you excited to learn today? All right. So it's going to be a fully packed session. So welcome once again to day 7 of Upskill 2.0. Okay, so really quickly, housekeeping rules. Just a few things so that I know that we're on the same page during this live session. So first of all, feel free to share your questions or your comments in the YouTube live chat. Yes, so the moderators will share your questions or whatever comments you have with the speakers when it is time for the Q&A session. So whenever you have a question, even if it's in the middle of the speaker session, just drop it in the YouTube live chat and the speaker will definitely answer your questions. All right. Secondly, this session is being recorded for promotional and educational purposes. So by participating, you consent to your comments being visible. And, if your picture is attached to your account, people can also see that as well. So just know that before you put any comments in the chats. All right. And then finally, if you experience any interruptions during the live stream, please try refreshing your browser or checking your internet connection. Also, if you are using a phone, try to go try to go full screen so that you'll be able to see all the details that we're sharing and that the speaker will also share through their slides. Okay, are we all on the same page? Yes, thumbs up if we're all on the same page. Okay, awesome. Okay, so who are we? What is Nexo Girls? What is this upskill all about? In case you're just joining us for the first time. Nexo Girls, we were formerly known as Female Youth Global Empowerment. So if you watched the first video, you would hear that they were saying FYGE. Yeah. So we rebranded to Nexo Girls this year. And basically, we are a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting gender equity and digital literacy among young women by encouraging their participation in STEAM, that's science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And we also focus on social advocacy in a bid to elevate poverty and stop gender stereotypes. Yes, so that is who we are at Nexo Girls. If you want to find out more about us, you could also check us on our social media pages, send us a message and we would love to connect with you. Then what is the Upskill program? So the first version of Upskill was held in 2021, and now we have the second event in 2024. So what is Upskill? Upskill is a transformative 8-day program designed to equip participants with foundational knowledge in 8 essential skills. So not just in technology, we have skills in leadership, personal development. I think tomorrow we're going to have a session on public speaking. So it's not just technology, essential skills that would help you in your development. And it is our flagship initiative at Nexo Girls. and it is aimed at empowering young people with practical, in-demand skills. So skills that are in demand in this digital age, in this in the world that we live in right now, very important skills. So that is what Upskill is about. Every day we teach an essential skill. So if you have been with us throughout from day 1 to day 7 now, congratulations, and keep it up. We have just one more day to go. I'm so proud of you at Nexogirls. We're all so proud of you. Well done. And I promise you that you will not complete this program with the same level of knowledge that you started with. Yeah. So that is about Upskill 2.0. All right, so yesterday we had a session on cybersecurity with Abigail Inyang, and these are just a few of the reviews, a few of the feedbacks that we got from the people that joined the session. So the first person said, so wonderful and enjoyable, of course. Next person said, thank you, Abigail, for the resources you shared on cybersecurity, both paid and free. I'm sure they'll be helpful for us all. Yes, Abigail shared so many resources, so many resources. If you weren't able to join the session, please, I encourage you to go back and rewatch the session from our channel, because she shared so many helpful resources that would definitely help you get started on your journey in cybersecurity. And the final one we have here is cybersecurity sounded ambiguous until yesterday. The several career paths you showed us solve that, and I feel like transitioning into cybersecurity. Yeah, so even I learned so much from the session yesterday. I didn't know that there were so many career paths involved in cybersecurity. I thought, if you go into cybersecurity, it's just you're a cybersecurity engineer, but we learned about different, several career paths that you can go into. So yeah, these are from our session yesterday. Make sure that you pay attention to our session today. And I promise you, I guarantee that you will also have some key takeaways and positive feedback to give back to us, so that we would also be able to share in our session tomorrow. So yeah. So now to the much anticipated session for today. We are going to just do a quick review of our guest speaker for the day. Let's see who's for day 7. Are we excited? Are we excited? Okay. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Did you read through all of that? Our speaker for today is seasoned. She is experienced. And I promise you, she has lots and lots of things that she wants to share with us today. Are you ready? Are you ready to dive into the world of product analytics? I don't even really know what that's about. So I am so excited to learn from the session today. So Godsfavour, are you with us on the call?
Hi, Theodora.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Theodora, for the warm welcome. Thank you, Nexo Girls, for this opportunity. I'm excited to be here today to speak about something I am passionate about, which is product management. But before I start, I want to welcome you, the attendees, to this session. Thank you for joining us. My name is Ezeliora Godsfavour, and I am a product manager and a data analyst in the EdTech space. I also volunteer as a mentor. So how I like to describe myself is, if there's a Venn diagram with 2 circles, one is education, the other one is technology. I am right at the intersection. So today's section is packed, and at the end of the section, section, I want us to reinforce what we've learned today. So we are going to have a practical section at the end of today's class. We get to see how everything we've learned today, we are going to learn today, comes into play. So let's get right into today's section. First, we are going to look at our agenda for today. And in our agenda, we have introduction to product management and product analytics, the key product analytic metrics, how we can use analytics to inform product decisions, essential tools for product management and analytics. And then we'll be looking at the case study. Then we conclude for today's class. So before we go into introduction to product management, I want us to ask ourselves, what is a product? What exactly is a product? Looking at our topic, you can notice that product is the recurring word there. It appears twice in our topic. So we want to know what a product is. Now, we said a product is anything that is made or offered to satisfy someone's need. So you have a need and someone is there to satisfy that need or that want. Your need could be physical, it could be a service. So let's look at an example. Physical, we have books, we have your phone. For services, we have when you go to the salon to make your hair. We can also have services like Spotify. Now, Spotify is a popular music streaming platform, right? And Spotify is here to solve a problem. So people don't want to download music from illegal sites because of they have to add their name to it, right? They don't want to download music on their phone. They want to be able to they want an application that gives them all their favorite artists in one platform. So Spotify and they want to also be able to listen to music any time of the day without worrying about running out of storage on their device. Now, this is where Spotify comes in. Spotify is giving you all this on solving all these problems I listed out on their platform. And since Spotify is owned by a business, they want to be able to make profits, right? They need a return on their investment. So how do they make profits? By generating revenue through subscriptions and ads and so on. So a phone is a product because it helps you. You need a phone. You need to be able to communicate. You don't want to use letters. You don't want to start writing letters. You start waiting for it to get delivered. You need a phone, right? So phone companies are there to solve that problem. So they are giving you a product, a solution, and in return, they are getting money. They are making money from it. The next, we're going to look at a ride-sharing service like Uber. Uber is a product because it helps people move from one place to another. So essentially, a product is something that businesses provide. They provide value to their users in exchange for money. So now that we know what a product is, we can now look at what is product management. Product management is the business process of planning, developing, and managing a product or service. Now, it includes the entire life cycle of a product, from ideation, from when you got the idea to development, so when it goes into the market, right? So that is what product management means. We are going to look at a product life cycle later on in this class. So this image right here depicts what product management covers. Now, product management is about balancing users' needs with business objectives. So they are managing the product life cycle to solve the user's problems and also achieve business goals. So you want to solve a problem that users are willing to pay for, right? Now, looking at this Venn diagram, we can see UX, which is user experience. We can see technology, we can see business, and we can see that product management is right in the middle. You can see that product management sits at the intersection of these three domains. That is how multifaceted product management is. So it's about balancing and integrating this part in order to deliver a successful product. Now, a product manager in terms of UX, which is user experience, is advocating for accessible design. The product manager is collaborating with designers to ensure that the product serves users effectively. The product manager is trying to ensure that they are solving real life problems while providing a very seamless experience. So sometimes you open an application and it's just so hard to navigate. The user experience is bad. You have to go online to read documentation before you be able to, complete an entire task on the application. So that means the user experience is bad. So the product manager has to work hand in hand with the designers to make sure that when the user is using the application or using the product, they have a very good user experience. Now, what is the role of product management in technology? We need to understand that the products we are trying to build, we need to know if there's any technical constraints, if it is technically possible to build. We need to be able to manage timeline with the developers. Can we afford to build this product? Is it going to put us in debt? So the product manager is trying to ensure that this product is both functional and scalable. Now, in terms of business, we want to know how profitable is this solution? Are users willing to pay for this solution? We want to know if this product is market fit. Yes, users like the solution, but are they willing to pay for it? So the product management is here to balance these three. They want a solution that has a user experience, it is feasible to build, and a solution that is going to give us profits, because people's resources are going into the solution. The building, everything requires money. So this is why product management is right at the intersection, and this is how it contributes to the three domains. So now the product manager is the intersector. So the product manager has to ensure that every of these stakeholder understands and aligns with the product vision. Now let's look at the product life cycle. What is product life cycle? It is the length of time from when a product is introduced into the market to when it is removed from the market. So let's look at an example. A phone model. Let's say we want to introduce iPhone 20, right? The first stage there we have is the idea. Now we have an idea. We want to produce a new version of a phone, right? A new model. In the idea stage, you already have your idea. You have to do your market research to see that customers really want this product. Do they need it? What solutions are we bringing? Is there a demand for high resolution cameras, long lasting battery life? So if there is need for this, and we can now propose our solution, we can now come up with business, we can now say, oh, this our idea is actually going to solve a problem. So the next one we have is the launch. We have to launch this product, this new model of our phone. We have to spend money on advertising. People have to know about this product. It's one thing to build a solution. It's another thing for people to know about this product. We have to invest in advertising. We have to partner with retailers for this product. We also need to involve tech enthusiasts, influencers that review phones. We want to hear their thoughts. I want you to know that each of this stage, the product manager is collecting feedback. So from the market research, they're collecting feedback. Do users really need this product? When they launch the product, they're still collecting feedback. Oh, is this phone compatible with my AirPods? Is it compatible? We want to collect all the feedback that we can. In the growth section, we are expanding our distribution channels. We want to make sure that this product is available for all the customers that are willing to buy. We are looking into e-commerce platforms, into physical stores. And then since we've collected feedback, obviously we are making changes to this product. We want to make sure that we are rolling out software updates that is going to improve the user experience. We want our customers to be happy. Now, in the maturity phase, we are focusing on how to retain our customers. We are rolling out loyalty programs. We are giving them nice accessories. In this case of our phone, in this example, we are giving them fine cases, wireless chargers, something to make them want to keep buying our products. Then in the decline phase, our sales is decreasing because new models we always have competitors, right? So other companies are producing new models. So here you find out that we are losing our market share. So what is going to happen in this decline phase? Is that we are going to withdraw from the market. So we are going to start thinking of how to build a new model. So let's say the model we worked on was, let's say, iPhone 20. In this new model, we are going to start thinking of how to build iPhone 21. So we move on to the next model, the next product. So let's look at our image in the next slide, where we can see the product life cycle in action. So we can see that we have our introduction, when the product is introduced to the market, the growth, just like I mentioned before, the maturity and the decline. So you can see the peak, which is the maturity phase. We are selling out, we are expanding, and so on and so forth. So that is it for product life cycle. So who is the product manager? A product manager is someone who identifies the customer's needs and the business objectives that the product is going to fulfill. Now, the product manager articulates what success looks like for this product, rallies a team, and turns this vision into reality. So the main job of a product manager is to set clear goals. You are making tough decisions on which feature are you going to build first, what is going to change, what are our trade-offs. So this product manager is responsible for the overall success of the product. The product manager has to guide the team, keep everyone on track, make sure that this product delivers value to the users, make sure they're actually solving the product manager has to make sure that at every point they understand the user's needs. They're not making decisions based on what they want, but they're making decisions based on what the users want. So the product manager has to work closely with development, with the developers, the designers, the marketers, the customer care people, and every other department to make sure that this product is built. So they have to work with marketing to make sure that they are marketing the product, that they are not moving away from that division that the product manager has for this product. Has to work with customer care so that when customers ask questions, the customer care, they know what to reply. So the product manager has to make sure that everybody, all these separate departments are on the same page. Now let's look at the responsibilities of the product manager. Now the responsibility, it depends on the size of the company. If it is a small company, the product manager is going to have a broader role. But in large companies, the product manager may just specify in one aspect of the product life cycle. So the responsibilities, the product manager is responsible for defining the long-term goal of the product. The product manager is in charge of prioritizing features. Which features are we going to focus on? Do we focus on this before this? The product manager has to work with different departments, the designers, the developers, the marketing department, also stakeholders, because these stakeholders are going to be saying, we want this and this and this. So the product manager has to balance this, what the stakeholders want what the business wants, what the user wants. So there should be like a balance, because at the end of the day, the product needs to make profit. Now, the product manager is in charge of this product. This person moves the product from idea to launch. Now, this product manager ensures that you're not just building a product, but you're building the right product, right? The product manager is able to communicate the product vision clearly so that everybody in the team understands what they are trying to achieve. At no point should any department be confused or what. And the product manager plays the role of being the voice of the user. So the product manager is user-centric. They want to make sure that the user is satisfied, that whatever it is they are building, it is what the user wants. So we're going to look at the next slide where we have questions that a product manager should be able to answer. The first question is, who are we building for? Now, for every product, every solution you bring, you have your target audience. So there's no solution you bring that everybody is happy with, everybody wants to buy. Not everybody is going to like the solution you're bringing, right? So you need to focus on your target audience. Who are we building for? Who are our target audience? So for example, if we are going to be building an application where old people that are retired can order medications online. Now, we know that our target audience are old people, right? In our design, we have to make sure that these texts, they are bold. They are very bold so that these people may be able to have like a very good user experience. We have to make sure that we have a very clean design. So they are not looking for somebody to help them navigate the app, because we already know who we are building for, who our target audience are. So we're also going to look at what are we building. Now, what are we building? Are we building a physical product or a digital product? These questions guide your decisions, the decisions you make for that product. We have questions like, why are we building this? You can say, oh, I'm building this to solve so and so problem. I want to provide solutions for elderly people so that they'll be able to order their medications online. Then we have questions like, when are we building this? When are we building this? Are we building it now? Or you have to ask, these are questions that this product manager has to answer. So looking at the next slide, we have what makes a great product manager. Now, a product manager puts the user first. Remember I said the product manager is user-centric. The product manager puts the user first. You are your customer's advocates. You are the one speaking for the customer. In most cases, you are listening to, you have, let's say, an interview with your users. You want to know their pain points. What are they struggling with? How can you come in? How can you help? So since you're in direct contact with your users, you are the customer's advocate. You are always advocating for the customer. A great product manager has basic technical knowledge. You should be able to understand. For example, while working with developers, they will say, oh, I've pushed to GitHub. Because you have technical knowledge, you should be able to go to GitHub to see that they've made the necessary pushes for that day. You know that, oh, this is where I can find our design on the Figma file. You should be able to burn out fires. So for example, burning out fires, what do I mean by that? For example, you've seen cases where your bank app is not opening. Customers are raging on the internet. Customers are dragging the company. So you should be able to, work with the designers, work with the developers to make sure that this doesn't happen again. You need to be able to work with your engineers to make sure that this particular thing does not happen again. you take notes from this event, this particular, you take notes from particular problem that happened today where the internet was down. You know how to handle it next time, right? You know how to calm everybody down, how to, because the stakeholders, the people in charge of the business, they'll be shouting, oh, why is this down? Why is this happening, right? You should be able to calm everyone down so that we can face the problem instead of, getting angry and all that. So we have a good product manager should have passion for learning and growth. So you don't know everything. You should be able to learn. So the same way you worked on this product is not the same way the other product is going to be, right? You can learn lessons from each of these products. You should be open to learning. You can also get ideas from working with your team members. You should have an open mind. You should be able to learn and you should be also have a passion for your growth. You should pay attention to details and you should be able to prioritize. What should we do first? So there are so many things to be done. Should we do this one first or should we do the other one first? Now, what skills do you need to become a product manager? You need to be able to do your research. You need to be able to collaborate, prioritize, communicate, because you're going to be working with different departments. You need to be able to communicate properly with them. You need to be able to collaborate with them. You also need to be able to manage time. Now, you need sometimes the developers might say, oh, we need 2 weeks to get this done. You can, negotiate with them. You can negotiate, oh, can we do this in a week and 2 days? Negotiation is a very good skill as a product manager. You need to be able to, the business side of things, they'll be asking, oh, when are we going to roll out this feature? You need to be able to negotiate timelines with them so that everybody's happy and on the same page. Looking at our next slide, we're going to go into what is product analytics. Product analytics is the practice of using data. The keyword here is data. To understand how users interact with a product. We want to measure the performance so that we can make informed decisions about developing the product. So in product analytics, we are collecting data, we are analyzing the data. We want to understand how users interact with this product. And through this analytics, the product team can gain insight into the user behavior. For example, a bad user experience can make it tiring for people to shop from your application. So let's say you notice that when people finish selecting, they are finding it difficult to, clear their. Most users will abandon that section. It's hard to check out. Now, as a product manager, you can use product analytics. When you notice that most of your users are finding it hard to check out, what do? You look for how you can give them multiple payment options. You find out, you meet with them, ask them, oh, what is their pain points? Why are you finding it difficult to, clear your cards and the rest? And then through product analytics, through collecting this data, through analyzing this data, you can gain insight into your user behavior. Now you can also gain insight into how this product is performing, what are our market trend, what is trending currently, how can we key into that trend, right? So this data collected can inform every stage of our product life cycle, from ideation to launch. This data can help us improve. So product analytics involves tracking our key metrics to understand users' behavior, how they use our products, and how this product is performing. So the next thing we are going to look at is key metrics in product analytics. So we have our acquisition metrics. We are trying to find out how users find and onboard into these products. Did they download our applications from visiting our website? How many app downloads do we have on Google Play Store? So that is for acquisition metrics. We have engagement metrics where we are trying to find out how users often interact with this product. Are they daily users? Are they monthly users? How is their their session? How long do they spend on our application? How do they use the features, the new features that we are rolling out? So all these are under engagement metrics because we're trying to find out how this user engages with our product. Now the next is retention metrics. We're trying to find out how many users return over time. After using our product, let's say buy things online, let's say we have an e-commerce website. After shopping, do they come back? Are they repeat users? That is it for retention metrics. Now we have revenue. Now, does this product generate income? We want to know our average revenue per user. How much is each user? How much revenue is each user generating? And that is it for key metrics and products analytics. So the next thing we want to look at is type of testing in product analytics. So we're looking at three major ones, which is the A or B testing. Now, how does this work? We are going to, let's say, we are going to bring out some of our users, and we're going to compare two variations of our products. So we are dividing them, let's say, into A and B. We'll give each of them two variations of the feature we are trying to roll out to see which one is more effective. So, for example, it can be something as simple as a button where we have order now. There's an example in the next slide, but let's explain first. Now, it can be as little as a button, order now. Let's say the button here is red, and for the first variation, we have red. For the second variation, we have blue. We want to see which one is more catchy to the eyes of our users, which one. So, some websites, you won't be looking for the order now where you can, view where you can order. So let's say there's products, there should be something like order now. How many of this product do you want? So we can try different variations. Do we make it bigger? Do we make it smaller? So these are different things, right? So after we are done testing, we'll give them like a limited amount of time. Okay, let's say we are going to test this product in so amount of minutes. We want to know, which one is best for them. Which one do the users agree with? And after this testing, it tells us how we can improve our products, and we'll be able to decide whether we should go with button A or let's say button B. So, and the only way we can make informed data-driven decisions is through testing. And this is why testing is important. So the next one we are going to look at is usability testing. Here we are observing real users, how they interact with our products. We are trying to observe, is our interface too complicated for them to understand? We are trying to see if they can easily navigate our online shopping website. We are trying to see if they can find everything they need, if they can easily add to carts, if they can easily clear their carts, and so on. So in usability testing, we are just observing real users. We are observing them to see if their user experience is nice. Then we also have feature testing. So we've rolled out a new feature. We want to see how the users respond to this new feature. What is the impact of this feature on engagement? Are they now engaging the product more? Are we retaining customers with this new rollout? So for example, you notice that when you are watching a video on YouTube, by the side, if you're using the laptop, by the right, you have your recommendations. So let's say you're watching a video on product management. On the side, you start seeing related videos to product management. Now, this is as a result of their recommendation engine. So let's say we've built our recommendation engine, we want to test it out, we want to see if users like it. So we are going to use this feature testing tool. We use it to test new features on real-time users. So we can also have, sometimes you're trying to buy skincare products. Down there, you see products that are like the one you just added to cart. So these are cases where we can use feature testing. Now let's look at the next slide where we have two variations of a product, right? Looking at this picture, you can see this shop now here. Now, the one by your left, the shop now, there's no button there, right? So you can give your users the two variations of this product. So for the shop now, so people might not see this shop now, right? So they might be looking for the shop now. Then the one on the right, most people will easily click the shop now because it's bold, because they can see it. So this is why it's important to know who your users are. Are they elderly people? Are they young people? Would they be able to see this? So this is where testing come in. You want to know which one appeals to them. So if your users, if the one on the left appeals to them more, then you roll out the one on the left. So this is how A and B testing works. So you are rolling out these two variations you divide your users into two, and you roll out these two variations to your first group, which is group A, to see how they react to the two variations. Do they prefer the one on the left or do they prefer the one on the right? So whatever it is that comes out from this data, use it to make informed decisions. So let's look at the next slide. And this is prioritizing features based on data. So not all features are equally important. Some features are more important than the others. So we use data to know which one is more important, which one provides the most value. So we want to know, so there are two different prioritization frameworks. We have impact versus efforts. Now, which product has high impact with less effort? What do I mean by that? So for example, we have a feature where we are going to spend less money and the impact is going to be very high, which means the users are going to love it. We are going to roll that one first because it is low effort. If the implementation is not going to cost us much, but it's going to have high impact, the users are going to love it. So this is how we prioritize using the impact versus low framework. So we have the rise. So we are ranking features based on the reach. This feature we are going to be about to roll out. What is our reach going to be like? How many people are we going to be able to reach out to with this feature? What is the impact? Do they like this feature? What is our retention like? Do they feel like our users coming back because they like this feature? What is the impact? Then we have the confidence and the effort. How much effort are we put? Is it going to cost us too much? Is it going to cost us much? Is it going to cost us time? So that is it for the rise score. So these are different prioritization frameworks. We also have must have, could have, would have. Now for must, which is not on this slide, we want to rank our features based on must have. That means this is going to make our feature work very well. Must have. Could have. This one, we are just going to add it because it's going to make our product better. is going to make our customers very happy. Then we have would have, which we can add later on while we are developing the product. So these are how we prioritize based on data. We have impact versus effort, we have rice, core, and we have most cow. So we have benefit of testing. Why is it important to test in product analytics? First thing we have is it reduces guesswork. Now we don't want to be doing maybe not. We want to be able to test our product to make sure that whatever it is we are doing, we are relying on data, not just guesswork. We want to be able to build something that resonates with our users, and our product is market fits. That means our users really want this product. We want to be able to minimize risk. People are investing in this product. We want to minimize risk. We want to minimize risk. Then we also want to prioritize effort on features and updates with the highest impact. So we want to invest in features that has low effort and high impact. So testing enables continuous improvement. So in every stage of our life cycle, we are testing it. We are testing our product. We are improving it. We are ensuring that this product evolves based on actual users' need, not guesswork. So we want to make sure that this product, whatever improvements we are making, is based on actual user needs and improvement. So the next thing we have is, why is this product analytics important? It helps to improve our decision-making process. It helps to optimize user experience. So users are going to be very happy. Really, they're going to be excited to use this product. I want to be able to measure the product success. So we are tracking the product's performance. So when we want to reach out to investors, we say, oh, this product is doing so much well. We need to be able to measure this product's success so we can use it to. So when we are reaching out to investors, they want to see what they are investing in. Is this product doing very well? Are the customers satisfied? Are we getting a very high return on investment? So this is why product analytics is important. But why is it important in product management? So in the next slide, we have the first one, which is it removes assumptions and guesswork. So analytics is important in product management because it removes assumptions and guesswork. It provides actionable insights to identify what works and what doesn't work, right? So we also help product managers to prioritize features and to understand users' needs and solve real problems. Now, we need to, looking at the next slide, we see that what is the role of data in product management? Why is data important in product management? Data helps us identify what features should be built or improved. It helps us to understand which aspect needs more attention than the other. We are moving away. The role of data helps us move away from guesswork. It provides concrete evidence. So when we are asked, why are we doing this? We can provide data that backs our action up. So product managers can use data to make small adjustments and measure results before scaling. So we want to make small adjustments, then we test it to see, if that small adjustment is working before we invest fully in it. So this is why data is important in product management. So what are the essential tools for product management? We have tools like Jira. So we have tools like Jira, Trello, Asana. So this helps us product managers to manage tasks. So for Trello, you can add everybody's task, assign them. So Trello sends like an email reminder to them, telling them that, oh, this task is due in so minutes, this task is due when and when. So it also helps us to track the progress. Oh, has this person delivered? It also ensures collaboration, helps you manage team. So you are not just writing it down on a piece of paper, putting it out on Trello, Asana. You don't even need to send reminders because Trello and Jira will do it they'll do it themselves. So a product manager can use Jira to create a backlog of features. So we can say, oh, these are the features we are working on for this week. We can assign the tasks. Oh, the developers are working on this, the designers are designing this, and you'll be able to track their progress towards our product release. So this is when we are releasing this product. These are the things we have to do before our product release. So looking at analytics tool, we can use tools like Google Analytics, Mixpanel, Hotjar. Now, all this will help us provide insights on user behavior. How are these users reacting to this new feature? How are they engaging with this feature? So these metrics are used to drive product decision. So in the next slide, we have our analytics tool. So how can this product manager use this? Product manager might use Mixpanel to track how users engage with a specific feature in a mobile app. So this will help them guide okay, what do they need to improve on, and so on. So in the next slide, we have why are they important together? So why is product management and product analytics important together? So product management ensures that you are building the right products for the right users. So you don't want to build products that your users are unhappy with. Then we have product analytics. It ensures that your decisions, the decisions you're making on that product is backed by evidence. So we have our case study. So this is the practical section of this class. But before we go into this, there are a few concepts I would love to introduce you to. And the first one is the user persona. What is a user persona? So in the next slide, we have the user persona. A user persona is a semi-fictional character that represents your target audience. So remember, at the beginning of this class, we said the product manager needs to know who they are building for, right? Those are your target audience. The product manager needs to know who their target audience are. Now we use user persona to represent your target audience. So it's like a semi-fictional character that represents your target audience. Now, this user persona helps your team empathize with real users. So in your user persona, you have their pain points. What are they struggling with? It also helps you guide product decisions to meet the specific needs of the product's target audience. So this user persona serves as a guide. When you're making product decisions, it helps you meet, the needs of your target audience. So in the next slide, we have like an example of our user persona. So in this case study, we're going to be working on a product where elderly people can order their medications. So looking at this user persona is giving us an insight on who we are actually building for. Now, this is Mrs. Grace. She's 67 and she's a retired teacher. She's married with 2 adult children they are living out of town, so they're not close to her. So she cannot say, oh, you get me this drug on your way back. So because they're out of town, which means she's living alone. Now, her goals are she wants to easily order medication without needing to leave the house. She wants access to reliable service that allows authentic medication. She wants to be able to consult with the pharmacist for guidance on dosage and alternative. Let's say this product is not available. She wants a pharmacist on the application that's going to guide her on the dosage she's supposed to take and the alternative. If she cannot find this product, if she cannot find this medicine, which other one can she take? Now, these are what she wants. These are her goals. These are what she's looking for. What are her pain points? Now, she struggles to pain points are what she's struggling with. She struggles to visit pharmacies frequently. She has arthritis. So moving up and down is difficult for her. Another of her pain points is that most online platforms are hard for her to navigate. So most, it's not like there are no products that are solving this problem, but they are very hard for her to navigate. Remember, she's an old woman, right? So many things on the so many icons on the interface will confuse her. So the next pain point is that some medications require prescriptions, and in-person consultations are inconvenient. Meaning, if you're going to build a product for Mrs. Grace, we have to make sure that we have pharmacists on call on the app where she can talk to, and they can prescribe, drugs for her. So now we understand our user persona. We now understand who we are building for, the elderly. We have to make sure that our app is very easy to navigate. The texts are bold. The colors are not too bright. We want to make sure that these are products users can upload prescriptions. So they may not necessarily type out the prescriptions they are looking for. They can just snap it, upload it to the application, and they'll be able to, see the drugs they're looking for without having to type, right? Then we know that we are going to have pharmacists on call that they can chat with for their dosage and can also prescribe drugs to them. So we know that we need to, since she cannot walk to the store, we need to work with companies that have that offer delivery services. So they'll be able to deliver the drugs people like Mrs. Grace order to their houses, so they don't have to go to the pharmacy. So we know her pain points. Now we know what she's trying to achieve, her goals. This will help us, understand who we are building for. So every decision we are making on the products we are going to have people like Mrs. Grace in mind when making these product decisions, right? So looking at the next slide, I want to introduce you to what we call an MVP. Now, an MVP, another concept I want to introduce, which is the MVP. An MVP stands for minimum viable product. Now we know our user persona, right? The MVP is a basic version of a product. So for every product you see or you've seen, whether it is Airbnb, whether it is Uber, these big companies, right? When they started out, take for instance, I think Amazon started with books. So most of them did not just roll out all their features. You're going to build your MVP, which is your minimum viable product. And it is the basic version of your product. Now, you don't want to invest everything in your product. You have built out all the features. And then when you test it with real users, your users are saying they don't like the product. Now, this is why MVP is very important. You are building a basic version of your product. Now, take for instance, the MVP for this product you are building, an online app where users can order medications. In our MVP, users should be able to order drugs. They should be able to add to carts. They should be able to clear their carts. Then, as we keep on improving, we'll be adding new features. So because we don't want to invest fully, like we just want to test the product using our MVP, we are going to build, we want to be able to make sure that our basic need, which is users ordering products, our MVP covers it. So we are going to build out our MVP. It's going to have just enough features so we can test the value of this product with our users. Are these users willing to pay? It's okay. It's very possible that your users like the product, but are they willing to bring out their money? Because we want to sell, we want to build a successful product, a product that we are going to get our return on investment. We're not just wasting our money, right? So building out our MVP, some of the benefits are you can quickly test to see if users like the product. Are they happy with this product? Are they willing to pay? Cost efficiency. it saves time and money by not building out the unnecessary features. So we don't want to fully invest and then find out that users don't like it, right? Then risk reduction. We want to get early feedback and avoid investing in features that users don't want. So you want to know the features that your users want, and then you roll out those features, or then you build those features. Now let's see what an MVP. In the next slide, you're going to see what an MVP looks like. Remember, we said that an MVP is the basic version of your product. Now, basic version of your product does not mean, now looking at this first line, we have 2 tires, right? Let's say this is a transportation business, right? Not an MVP. You notice that we have 2 tires. Then we have the under of the truck. Then we have the truck with just, nothing. This is not an MVP. These 2 tires cannot take your users from point A to point B, right? But down there, the next row, we have our MVP. The bicycle can take your users from point A to point B. Oh, they will now complain and say, the feedback you might get from using that bicycle, they'll say, oh, it is too slow. You go back, you reiterate over those your product management processes. Since they said you've tested the product, the bicycle with them, and they said it is nice, we like this product, we're willing to pay for it, but it is not fast. You come back again, you reiterate, we introduce version 2.0. You are now using a motorcycle, right? They'll say, oh, we love this, it's better than the bicycle, but I want to be able to ride with my family. You go back again, you retreat, you build a car. Now, I want you to know that at every point, each of these version of this product can take our users from point A to point B, unlike the one above, which is not an MVP. 2 tires cannot take your users from point A to point B. Now, after the car, they said, oh, we want a moving vehicle, so that when we are moving from point A to point B, we'll be able to move comfortably. You go back again, retreat, and you give them a truck. Now, this is how MVP works. So you want to be sure that your users want a very big truck. You don't just start building a product and you build truck at first. So you have to build the basic version. Now, the basic version means, since it's a transportation company, you want to be able to transport your goods from point A to point B, right? So you start with your bicycle, then you go to your motorcycle, then your car, then you keep on improving. And that is how MVP works. So now let's define our MVP for this product. Remember, the product you're working on is a product where users can order medications online. Now, if you're going to build our MVP, the essential features are let's say for Mrs. Grace, is going to be, she should be able to search for her prescriptions online. She should be able to upload her prescriptions. Let's say, you know how complicated the name of your drugs can be. She doesn't want to, start stressing to avoid. Remember, she said there are other products too, but there are other products that are already solving this problem, but it's easy for her. They are very hard for her to navigate, right? So what are we bringing? After doing our market research, we have to bring in something new. Our competitors already, they already have an application where users can order medications. But what are we bringing to the table? What new feature are we bringing that's going to make our users leave their product and use our product? Why should they prefer our product to theirs? So let's say we are coming in with prescription upload. Using our product, users can upload their prescription, so they don't need to type it out. Users can upload it. Then we also bring in delivery tracking. On the application, users should be able to track their delivery. Oh, my product is already at the junction. Oh, my product is so place. So in the next 2 to 3 seconds, I should be getting my product. So when we are rolling out our MVP to test with actual users, you notice that we don't just have looking at our MVP, you will notice that we don't just have users you see that they can actually complete an entire task. The essence of an MVP is that your users should be able to complete an entire task. They should not just search for the product and not be able to check out their carts or clear their carts. So they need to be able to order, check out their carts, and the product needs to be delivered to their house. So they should be able to complete an entire task, not just search for the product and that's it. There's no option for them to check out. No, that is not an MVP, just like we saw in the previous slide. So how does product management come in? How does product management come in this case study? So we used product management to gather feedback from our early users. Remember, we defined our user persona, we mapped out our MVP. So we've rolled it out. Let's say we've given Mrs. Grace, she has given us her feedback or what she doesn't like. Or let's say, oh, she doesn't like the button, she cannot find the button or whatever. Whatever feedback we are getting from people from real-time users using those testing methods we mentioned previously. Whatever feedback we get, we take it back, go back to our drawing board. We are trying to refine our applications, right? So using product management, we're able to gather feedback from early users, and we are able to go back to our drawing board to see how we can provide solutions, to what Mrs. Grace doesn't like about the app, right? Then the next one, how did we use product analytics? The first one, we have feature prioritization. We're able to, after using our MVP, after testing it, let us say data came back. Remember, this is hypothetical. Let us say data came back and it showed that 85% of our elderly users, they prioritize delivery speed and trust. So they love that, delivery came in early. Let's say on the app, it promised them 3 days, and in 2 days, they were able to deliver. They loved it. So what are we going to do with this information? We can reach out to our delivery services and see if the delivery company we are working with to deliver these products, since we don't have our delivery system yet, since it's still an MVP, right? In future, we can have our own, buy motorcycles we can use to deliver our product, but we are not there yet. So we can work hand in hand with delivery companies. So we can reach out to them and see how we can deliver this product in time, just to prioritize delivery speed and trust. So for trust, we can have trained customer care. So recently, you notice that most applications, they no longer have customer care. They just give you AI to speak with, which can be annoying. So because these are elderly people, we don't want them talking to AI. We can prioritize trust. We can give them we can imbibe a customer care service where they can speak to actual people that will listen to them and solve whatever problem they are having. Or they are finding it hard to do this and this on the app. The customer care will put them through. It creates this trust. They want to always come back to our product. So in this case study, you can see we also used A or B testing. So people like Mrs. Grace and other people, elderly people, we brought them together, we divided them into two. We called the first group A and we called the second group A. And we tested two variations of our medical search page. So we want to see which one appeals to them. And so let's say we have, in one of the variations, we have the ones with larger text, and the other variation, we have the ones with smaller text or smaller icons. So during our A or B testing, we found out that the one with the larger text and the one with the larger icons, not necessarily very large, but larger than your normal size, we found out that the version with the larger text and icons had 40% higher completion rates, meaning the variation with the larger text and larger icons, people were able to clear their carts. While the ones with smaller icons and text, they just abandoned it halfway. So we've used product analytics to find out that, find this out, that the ones with larger text appeals to our users. So we go back to our drawing board and we keep on reiterating and making sure that our product appeals to our user. So in the next slide, we have gone back to our drawing board. We want to look at what are the improvements we can make using this knowledge we've gotten. We can have a simplified interface, so larger fonts, clear labels, is easy to navigate, and so on. Then what other improvement are we making? We want to enhance our payment process. So there's like a guide. So we have just so that it can have a very nice user experience. For there's like step-by-step guidance. So we are not just leaving them to go and clear their chart. We are guiding them for each process. Let's say we have a text that says impute your card details, or it can be something as small as something that is going to an interactive step-by-step guidance. So we're also giving them multiple payment options. If you want to transfer, you can transfer. If you want to, some people don't like imputing their card details on websites. So you can give them so many options. You can do transfer, you can use USSD, you can use to just give them different payment options so that those users can use the one that appeals more to them. And we can also collect data. We can say, oh, people prefer using transfer to this. And then when we are arranging the different option methods, we can put transfer on top. So these are feedback we can also get. Then we have delivery optimization. So we can provide real-time tracking and partnership with local logistics for timely deliveries. So we don't want these elderly people to be worried that their product have not gotten to them. So we need to provide real-time tracking. So we're also going to have loyalty programs where if you are a repeat customer, we provide discounts from you, let's say 10% discount. And we also have bundled product options. So if you are buying in bulk, we have like a discount for you. So these are improvements we can make on this hypothetical product. So this brings us to the end of this class. This brings us to our conclusion. Now, what have we learned so far? That product management and product analytics work hand in hand. Data helps product managers to make informed, impactful decisions. So they're not just making random decisions, they're making decisions that are backed by data. Building an MVP and iterating based on analytics ensures you solve real user problems efficiently. So when you build your MVP, test it with users, it ensures that you're building products that users are willing to pay for. They can like a product, but they're not willing to spend. Or they'll be like, oh, this product is not worth my money, right? So, but when you build your MVP, you test it with real users, you'll be able to find out what you can add to your product that will make people willing to pay. So what is our final thoughts for this session? That successful products aren't built on guesswork. They are driven by clear strategy, continuous iteration, and data-driven insights. So in the next slide, I am recommending some resources that you can, go through. So the first one is actually a book by a product manager. It's free. The second one is on Treford. Treford is, I think, a learning management system where there are different courses, not just product management. I think there's also product analytics there. Then the next one is entrylevel.net. So they have this product management that comes with certification and the rest. The next one is from Udemy. and so on and so forth. So, next step. So, I want to say, if you are starting out as a product manager, there are so many learning platforms you can learn on Udemy. There are not enough resources on YouTube, but you could look at for boot camps because you want to be able to build your portfolio, right? You you can look for boot camps where you can build a product with different, let's say, designers, developers, you build out a full product where you are the manager. You can also contribute to open source. You can contribute to open source just to gain experience. So, um, if a designer can be a product manager, so a designer, we have product design. Product design is so a product manager writes out the PRD, the product requirement document. The product manager is providing the vision of the product. What is this product going to be like? Now, the product manager now works with the product designer. So the product designer is in charge of the user experience. Is the is the Are the users going to like red background? So if you're building an agricultural product, we have to use green somewhere, right? Since green represents life and the rest. So a product manager is different from a product designer, but a product designer can transition to product management. It's actually a plus if, as a product manager, you know how to design and you also know how to, create designs on Figma and the rest. But a product designer is not a product manager. So I think that is all for today. So I would like to know if we have questions.
All right. Thank you so much, Favor. Thank you,
I hope
Godsfavour. That was an awesome session. Thank you so, so much. So you've already answered the one of the questions that we had in the chat, but I also have a question, if that's fine. Still my question is, what are some of the major challenges that you think someone would face, like when they are just trying to get into product analytics and management? What are the major challenges, like maybe from your perspective, from your experience? What are the some challenges that you would face?
so. Some of the challenges are that, so unlike your front end development, your back end development, so back end, front end, you can build products that users can see. But for product management, is you are not yet, since you cannot just say you can solve a problem, but then you also need to work with let me just explain first from front end. So for front end, you can just build a product, an application, and people can interact with the application. But for product management, you have to, you
Favor, are you with us? Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, I think our speaker's having network issues at the moment, but in case anyone else was wondering the answer to that question, we'll definitely get the answer wonderful speaker for this very, very, very insightful session. Thank you guys for joining, our wonderful audience, for interacting. We love how you are so enthusiastic about this session. Thank you for joining us. The amazing Nexo Girls team behind everything. Thank you as well. Thank you. And please stay connected with us. Follow us on social media at Nexo Girls. We are Nexo Girls on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, or just scan the code. So we made it easy for you, just Nexo Girls on all platforms. Make sure you follow us to stay updated on coming events, and yeah, look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Godsfavour, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Sorry, my network logged me out.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
that's
Do I
fine, no
have a
problem.
question? But
Pardon?
were you able to, get my
Yes,
response?
yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes,
So
that's
we'll just
fine.
do the picture, our signature pose at
Hmm.
Nexo Girls. Let me quickly stop sharing. Yes, so just and smile. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. This is day 7. Hope to see you tomorrow at day 8 and the final day. Bye.